always from the heart of the city. And now on demand 24/7 on the CHFI website. This is the soundtrack to what can be seen in fire. And I'm Don Jackson, around the world on the internet. She's known in the Catholic religion as the patron saint of young women. She is Saint Agnes, who died in AD 304. On January the 21st, her life is celebrated and remembered. But legend has it that on the eve of St. Agnes, January 20th, in medieval Europe, young women were able to do a little magic that would help them to see the face of their intended. Were you aware of the fact that January the 21st is also a time for divination by fire? That, according to Nigel Pennick in his book, The Pagan Book of Days. This hour, what the future holds for those who stare into the flames, and what they reveal about the past, with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Amanda Marshall with Dark Horse and Savage Garden and I Knew I Loved You. And I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers for the 21st of January, 2010. He had burned the devil grass, of course. It was the only thing out here that would burn. It burned with a greasy, flat light, and it burned slow. Border dwellers had told him that devils lived even in the flames. They burned it, but would not look into the light. They said the devils, hypnotized, beckoned, would eventually draw the one who looked into the fires. And the next man foolish enough to look into the fire might see you. Unquote. An excerpt from The Dark Tower, The Gunslinger by Stephen King, a Plume book published in 1982 by the New American Library. I'm not sure where the idea originated that today is a good day for divination by fire, or even how it works. I guess if you stare long enough into the flames on St. Agnes Day, January the 21st, you will see something of your future. Stare into the flames produced by a burning log in the fireplace long enough, and you are likely to see all kinds of images. And you don't need a fireplace. A single burning candle on a table can mesmerize. Maybe that's what's really behind the magic of staring into the flames, conjuring up memories of people and places from your past. But how it could be used to see into the future is still a mystery to me. Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Tina Turner, and what's love got to do with it? Peter Cetera with Amy Grant, The Next Time I Fall in Love. And Michael Buble, and Haven't Met You Yet. I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Twice or thrice I loved thee, before I knew thy face or name. So in a voice, so in shapeless flame, angels affect us oft. An excerpt from Air and Angels by John Donne. Is fire a path for divine inspiration? If you believe what the gunslinger in Stephen King's story believed to be true, you might be more worried about seeing demons than angels. Just like the Ouija board, you have to be careful. Those who see their future in the flame. Lovers and Other Strangers. From iTunes and CHFI.com. Johnny Rivers, slow dancing, swaying to the music. And Justin Hines, and I Wish You Well. And I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. But the short day goes gray, and the fire flakes play up in the forgotten grate. Now less, now more, now smoldering, and now flaring. I read there, or I feed my long thoughts, staring, and I forget the world, and in dear silence am dearly lulled by my imagination, and poetry wakens into consciousness. My soul is rocked in lyric agitation. It cries and trembles, and like a dreamer frets to free itself in full manifestation. And now a swarm of unseen guests draws near, both old friends and imagined shapes are here. An excerpt from Autumn, a fragment by Alexander Pushkin, translated by Edwin Morgan. But sometimes you don't even need fire to see the ghosts of others. Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com.
You ain't right, Ray.
Ray Charles with Natalie Cole and Fever, and Marc Cohn Walking in Memphis. And I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. The poet Yeats saw something in the flames. When you're old and gray and full of sleep and nodding by the fire, take down this book and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes had once and of their shadows deep. How many loved your moments of glad grace and loved your beauty with love false or true. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you and loved the sorrows of your changing face. And bending down beside the glowing bars, murmur a little sadly how love fled and paced upon the mountains overhead and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Boys to Men, and I'll Make Love to You. And Jordin Sparks with Her Hand in the Fire, and Tattoo. And I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Frank W. Mann in Robin's Reader wrote, and I quote, "An enlightening pastime is to make a list of favorite things that impact the senses. Not only does it provide a challenging exercise for the mind and memory, but it sharpens our appreciation of these golden moments in time. For example, one person's list of 10 favorite sounds. A mother talking to her new baby. A distant train whistle. the scrunch of leaves on a bright autumn day, a hound baying in the woods at night, the absolute silence of a mountain lake at sunset, seagulls crying, a stadium crowd singing the national anthem, a crackling fire on a bitter day, the screech of an airplane's tires as they touch down, his wife's voice at morning. Try the exercise for favorite sounds, smells, or sights. You may learn something about yourself. Unquote. You'll notice that one of his favorite sounds was that of his wife's voice at morning. Mine, too. It's a milestone birthday for my wife today. And when I look into the flames, it's only her face that I see. Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Good night, sweet dreams, and happy birthday. I'm Don Jackson.